Hey, I'm Brian, and welcome again to the Events Forecast. Our theme for this episode is opening up. We want to look at all the different ways that our events at IBM Quantum and the events from the community at large can open up new opportunities for you. First, let's start with the IBM Quantum Events. You might already know that conference season is upon us. QIP just finished in Belgium, and Quantum Australia is coming up next week, February 21st. If you're at any of these conferences, including the APS March meeting in Las Vegas or NYSB in Kansas City, those both happening in March, come around and say hi to us. We are excited to meet all of you. We're excited to learn more about what you're up to and to open up a new line of dialogue to find what we can do to help you. I want to tell you also, once again, about the IBM Quantum Open Science Prize. I mentioned it last video, but now the prize is officially open and the challenge associated with it as well. We're looking for the best open source solution to some of quantum computing's most pressing problems. This year, we're asking participants to attempt to prepare the highly frustrated ground state of a Heisenberg spin-half model on a Kagome lattice, using the VQE algorithm. Now, this might sound like a mouthful, but this is rich with interesting physics and more things to discover than we can even think right now. The challenge is open, and the deadline is April 15th, 2023. Try it today and submit your answers before then. I want to also tell you about some of the New York City events that are opening new doors for people that live in the New York City area. The New York City Quantum Computing Meetup Group has a February meeting on February 16th. Also on March 1st, the first ever quantum art exhibition in New York City opens in Brooklyn. You can find more details, as always, about any of these events and everything else that I'm going to mention this entire video in the description below. Now I want to tell you about the AlgoQueen competition. I mentioned it last video as well, but it's just about to happen. This again is a competition for high school and undergrad women. It's focused in India, but it is open worldwide. Now, AlgoQueen has released some important dates for this programming cup. You can see them on screen right now, or you can click the link below to learn all the other information and how to apply. Finally, I'd like to tell you about the DigiQ Symposium and Hackathon. IBM Quantum will be partnering with ICFO, the Institute of Photonic Sciences, and DigiQ for the Spring School on Open Source Tools for Quantum Computing. It runs from March 29th through the 31st, and it's in person at ICFO Barcelona. It will include 2 days of workshops, followed by a research symposium that will be broadcast online. And the Spring School will be followed by an in-person Qiskit Hackathon in Barcelona, organized by IBM Quantum, the Quantum Barcelona community, and ICFO. That Qiskit Hackathon is scheduled for the 1st and 2nd of April, and details on how you can register for the events will be shared on the Qiskit Events page later this month. You know we love a good hackathon. Now I'd like to tell you about some of the Qiskit Community events. And as a reminder, these are the events put on by you, members of the community at large. Maybe they're at your university, maybe they're happening in your city. Whatever it is, we love to talk about them here on the Events Forecast. First, the Quantum Coalition announced Squid, which is an undergrad research conference focused on quantum computing. The Quantum Coalition is a group of student clubs from Yale, Berkeley, UT Austin, the University of Maryland, and more. And this Squid conference is the first ever conference of its type. Now, space is limited for this first year, so you can learn more and apply in the link below on how to get involved, or maybe learn more about how your university can join the Quantum Coalition. Also, I want to tell you about the MIT IQ Hack. This happened just a few weeks ago, and it was organized by a great team, including many Qiskit advocates. IBM Quantum worked with Covalent to provide a challenge for the 300 in-person attendees, but there were more than 1,000 people that participated digitally around the world. That event was amazing. It was great to meet so many of you in person and put a face to the names that I've seen all around Slack, Twitter, and everywhere else that the Qiskit community lives. If you didn't get to go this year, come next year, and hopefully I'll meet you then. I'd like to also tell you about Quetzel. A Qiskit community member and a Fall Fest organizer, Shraddha Angeras, is launching Quetzel. What is Quetzel, you might ask? Well, it's a quantum computing focused workforce accelerator program, and it's coming soon. Shraddha is working with an organization called 1M1B and the All India Council for Technical Education to offer this. Quetzel would cover the basics of quantum computing and potentially offer internships to students who complete the course. This is open to undergraduate students worldwide, and as always, the link is below. We like to finish every episode of the events forecast with some big announcements. Last time, I announced the Understanding Quantum Information and Computation series on YouTube. And this time, I'm excited to tell you that episode 3 of that series is now live. The goal of this series is simple: to create a university-level quantum course and make it available worldwide while explaining how quantum information and computation actually work. We do this through a detailed mathematical breakdown. And some of you might not know that the course is more than the video lectures. Each lesson has a companion textbook chapter with future problem sets and more to come. In closing, if you want your event featured on the next event forecast, reach out to me on Slack or Twitter. We love to see everything you're up to, and we love to highlight the amazing things that you're all doing. Get involved in an event, open some new doors for yourself, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.